In this video, I'm going to be giving you guys my updated crypto price analysis for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. And I'll be talking briefly about you guys about where I see it going for the 2025 bull run, whether I think it's a good investment, whether I think it's then now is still a good time to buy or sell, or what to do. If that sounds good, I want you guys to leave a like, subscribe, turn post notifications on if you haven't yet. If you guys want to trade crypto with margin, click on my Margex link in the description below for a lot of cool different bonuses that you can do with margin trading. Also, go to jaunt.com/iOS if you have an iPhone. I created a bunch of cool, useful apps that are pretty much evergreen and should be useful. All right, so you can see right now I'm on the official coinmarketcap.com website. We see BTC trading at about 106K. Bitcoin is pretty much the leader, right? So wherever the price of Bitcoin goes, every single coin under is gonna follow eventually. It might lag behind a little bit, but it always, throughout history, all coins always follow. And we see, I'm not saying that it's going to follow forever, because a lot of coins maybe pump or follow for a little and they fall off. And once they fall off, they never come back. So BTC is currently trading at about 106K. We can see for about the past year or so, like last year, it was like 60K about a year ago. And we see now it's at about 106K. So the last bull run was in 2020, or the last bull run was in 2021, right? So we saw in 2021, Bitcoin was like around, it pumped pretty much crazily, right? It pumped all the way from 2020, like 10, and it went all the way up to 60. And we can see it happen again right now this year. I don't know if it's going to be exact, but we saw Bitcoin like last year trading at about 60, right? And now it's trading at about 107. And the year's not even over yet, because historically it's usually towards the end of the year is when it pumped, is when the last pump is going to happen usually. So that's why I think BTC, I think it's going to maybe top out at about maybe 115, maybe 120K. That's where I potentially see it going. And if BTC does that, where is Ethereum going to go? Ethereum is one of those coins that I think has surprised a lot of people. It hasn't, in the past, it's always moved huge amounts, right? But this cycle, it's not, because one of the reasons I think not pumping as fast and hard as it is because of Solana came around. A lot of people gravitated towards Solana meme coins. So with Ethereum right now, the price is lower than I thought. I think by the end of this cycle though, Ethereum is going to hit at least 4K again. I do think it could potentially maybe hit 4.5K, maybe 5K, but I don't think it's going to reach higher than that. It's currently trading at about $2,420. I do think its potential for 3,500 is conservative. 4 is probably where around it's going to be, maybe 4.5K, maybe 5K if we're lucky. Let's also talk about XRP. XRP, in the past, we saw the lawsuit, and we saw the lawsuit ongoing for a long time. And we saw in 2021, the price of XRP was pretty much at about no more than $1.60. But that makes sense, because in 2021, XRP was still hindered by the lawsuit. People didn't really know what was going to happen with it. We saw in 2025, the lawsuit ended, and pretty much it went from 50 cents up to about $3 pumped within the span of a few months. XRP is at $2 right now. I do think XRP, maybe by the end of the cycle, it could probably hit $3 again. It'll probably hit $3 again. It might hit $3.5 again, maybe $4 again. So that's my price target for XRP. I do think it's gonna keep pumping. Do I think it's gonna sustain itself after 2025, or any of the altcoins are gonna sustain itself after 2025? I think historically we've seen every fifth year after the cycle, crash happens. And that will happen to all cryptos pretty much. But that's where I think XRP is going. Next up, let's look at Solana. Solana is currently trading at about $142. And we saw it go from in 2022, about about $10. And it pumped all the way to, in 2025, at the end of 2024, about $250. And that was the old price as well. So I do see Solana hitting about $300, $400, $500 to probably $800 that go. And that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to click the link in bio.